Probably should start with the weather. Oh. That's something we haven't seen in like a month. Honestly, it's been hazy for pretty much the entire month of September. And we are grateful for many reasons. This is a rare occasion. Mark working on a Thursday, not at work, but on the property. Some exciting stuff happening. I'll take you guys inside the trailer. Okay, this is when we start playing jock jams. Are you ready for this? This is exciting. And you're like, it looks exactly the same. Like, there's nothing different. Just wait, one sec. There is something happening here. One, I've been installing this thermofiber. This is the mineral wool bats that I was talking about that we went up to Reno to go get. And plumbing. And most importantly, liquid nails. Why is liquid nails important? Because we're putting up walls, baby. So remember, I think at some point, at some stage, I would have mentioned something about Scandinavian, Scandi style, OSB. This is going to be the walls and ceiling. That's right. Last we left off, I went through and I was doing all the spray foam and cutting back the overspray to prep it to put the walls up. And the last couple nights after work, Mark has been coming over and we've been installing the ceiling. So yes, it is a little bit uneven. There's going to be places where you're going to have like a little bit of a industrial look. We're embracing everything industrial, including some of that black paint that's on the OSB. I like a little bit of the black paint. There's like some cool splatter marks and stuff like that. So essentially what we're doing is we're just sanding down some of the stamp, and that's what Mark's doing outside. Obviously buffing down any, little bits, throwing on a thick coat of urethane, and then installing the panels. So here we are. So this is essentially what it's going to look like, but it's going to be like that all over the room. Okay, so that's what we're working on right now. So we're tag teaming it. Mark is hitting those stamps, as you can see. The stamp is pretty thick and pretty black, so we're just trying to cut it down. This is the spray, the little, Jackson Pollock look that I love, and I wanted to maintain that. So I don't want to eliminate it entirely. I actually really like it. Just trying to like make it so that you can't really legibly see the words. So yeah, I'm gonna go do step 2. Mark's hitting step 1, and we're using a water-based polyurethane, a nice thick coat of it, or 2, and yeah, the results are smashing. And we're back at it with our favorite caulking gun. Now we are talking. Look at this. So it's Friday afternoon. It is October, which is just freaking terrifying, but we are making strides. I know you all think, what in the world are you guys up to? And you probably think also, how are you going to trim this? How are you going to finish it? The style we're going for, Scandi/industrial. Scandinavian is the part where we're using plywood or OSB. This is like Euro trash. We love it. And the industrial style is embracing all the imperfections. So many, many times we've talked about the fact that this trailer is just all over the map. The framing, everything's off, okay? So we did our best to make it all as even as possible, but in the end, we would have had to take the whole thing apart and redo the whole thing in order to get it straight.
And what's the point? You're living in a trailer.
You're living in a trailer.
Down by the river.
Down by the river. Looks great to me. Dimmy. Ooh. Love it. About to throw on another wall. That's a pretty exciting thing. Hey. So these are our flush lights. I don't know what they're called, but lights that are flush. Look at that. Okay, it's Saturday night. we got something special. We just close that door and let's step back. Take a look at what we have. Okay. Can you believe it? It's starting to look like a real room. We like the fact that there's a bright light here. And it's a nice bright light. And we got our little dimmers over here. This area here is going to be the steps. Boop, 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 boop. Up to his loft area. So his bed's going to be up there. Feels like a room almost. So, I'm in the corner, looking out the window. Hopefully in the next couple days, we'll be able to finish this wall here. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. There's lots of cuts and maneuvering there. But today on Saturday, we were able to finish this wall here, which I'm really quite happy. Because on the other side, when you enter in through the door, boop, 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 you're going to walk in here. And currently where the vacuum is, that's going to be a pellet stove. The kids' half wall is going to be a place to hang coats and park cell phones and things. Hence the reason for the USB charger right here. So we're going to do like a nice little ledge and some sort of a coat situation. And yeah, that's where we are at. I've been sanding and prepping more of these boards, and it's a lot of work, but well worth it. The camera never does it justice, but that ball right there is an orange ball just covered in smoke. So yeah, the haze is back. That's a bummer. But looking on the bright side, we got a nice big drop of mulch. So it smells like Christmas trees. And that's always a good time. Yep, trailer still looks like crap on the outside, but we're almost done with Kern's room. We're going to glue this guy on today. So this is going to be Kern's workbench. Yesterday we added some 1x1 just to kind of give it more support and an extra 2x4. So this is super sturdy, and actually it helps the whole thing structurally speaking. This guy right here, back here, this literally was like when you touched it with your little pinky finger and pushed it, it was like movable. This back piece, this is the rounded piece on the outside of the trailer. And now it's super solid with the spray foam, and also these two beams, albeit them small, they're still helping with support. They're also reinforced with more support that way as well. When we glue this piece on, it's gonna make all the difference. So yeah, last night we got as far as cutting out the little holes for the receptacles, but around 7 o'clock every night we stop construction just because our poor neighbors already hate our guts. Ship's log. Still at sea. Going on a year now. And it's still hazy. It's going on over a month now. Smoky. It's jeans weather. It's actually chilly. But look what we got done yesterday. Kern's workbench is almost complete. It's got that one piece there. Mark sized up this wall and cut out the holes for the receptacles here and here. So we're going to glue this wall on. Hopefully put that wall there. Mark's going to install a light, and it's going to be great.
Just great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Kern's cage light said it's out for delivery in Bishop. I'm like, no. We ordered 2 of these, and they sent us one without the hardware, so I had to return it, and now it's saying they're delivering it in Bishop today, so let's see what happens. Happens all the time. All right, time to get to work. And by work, I mean Mark, because I'm just a filmer. I'm just here to document the process. Look at that. It's dark, and we've been slaving away. It's looking good. We got a little workbench for him going. This is all gonna get cleaned up, okay? So we got everything, all but one piece, down to the last piece. Yep. Okay, let me come. judging by the lineup here, that's right, we're working on some plumbing. Mark is currently dry fitting the accessories. As you can see, the bathtub off in the distance. It's not going in yet, but we're just, dry fitting everything. Well, by we, I mean Mark. Yes. I'm just here for moral support. Yep. So, yeah, the judge of nothing. That's it. So Kern's room is all buttoned up. All of his lights are rocking. See these fantastic pendants. This is going to be his workbench. So we got this nice matte black countertop. And it's not installed yet, but we're going to put that in. Obviously, all these insulation bats are going to go up in the ceiling. We're just waiting for Mark over here, Mr. Slowpoke, to finish his plumbing. Gosh. So I can finish the spray foam. It's almost Halloween, and hopefully we get the spray foam in so that I can put in the rest of the ceiling bats and so that we can continue to put up the walls. In the meantime, I'm going back to sanding and varnishing my OSB. Yay! Mark is cutting metal, but not just any metal. So this was the prior water heater space. And previously, when this mobile home was occupied by others, there was an old-ass water heater right here. And then this was the access, like the outdoor access. So we're fully going to cover this up with that piece of metal that Mark's cutting. I'm going to spray foam all this in, and then Mark's going to do an access port through the closet. So that way we have less holes. So yeah, that's what's happening. Mark's going to throw this door up. He's going to glue all the vents together. I will spray foam the vents in. And we will continue on our mission to get this goddamn thing done. Okay, so as usual, it's hard to really see how smoky it is in the air, but we got some haze, some massive haze. It just smells like a big campfire. It's really obnoxious. But Mark just sent me a text with some great news. He said, "Pause Rooney," and he said, "You get to play. You've been riding the bench, just waiting, and now it's your turn." Did you look at the temperature strip on the... Okay, this is the key right here. And we are just barely, you can't tell on the camera, it's too dark, but this needs to be in the green, and it's just barely in the green. It's like just warm enough. So I'm going to shake the dickens out of these canisters. I'm going to fire them up, and I'm going to finish the spray foam. It was daunting for Mr. Mark, but he did a great job. He set up all the vents in the ceiling. So we got all the vents, for the le toilettes and the sinks and the stuffs, the washer, clothes washing. But as you can see, he ran the PEX line, and it's teed off, ready to rock. So hot water to the dishwasher, cold and hot to the sink. You got your sink out in the vent. And some more cold water to the toilet's going to go right here. And then we're going to run the hot and cold into the shower. Water heater's going to go here. And then Mark's going to create an access port. I mentioned that yesterday when he was installing that door. The access port's going to actually be interior, and then that way we can seal it up, and it's just one less place to have air gaps and holes and freaking cold air coming in here, right? So here's this thing, super nifty, the propane heater. Mark's got it on to warm up the tanks so that it's warm enough to spray foam in here. So if you are going to be spray foaming in the cooler months like fall, obviously not snowy winter like it is here, like Arctic freaking parka weather, but you just got to warm it up and make sure that it is to the temperature, at least a minimum in that little green zone. So I'm going to suit up and going to consider this a win, assuming that it all goes right. All right, we got all the kit laid out, the PPE ready. This is where I spray the foam into to test it to make sure it's foaming green. These are my canisters that I shook the dickens out of. Because if you don't mix them properly, you end up with the blue spray. And the blue spray is the worst. Okay? Got Mark over here on the turntable. How's this light? It's like,
Very Halloween.
yeah, it is. It is very Halloween-y. Okay? So Mark's just taping up like the last of all these little bits and bobs. One thing I did want to show you is how satisfying it is to spray foam into places like that. Because you just go, ah, and then you know, efficiency. See these holes? See? See all that light? It feels good. I wish you were here with me, feeling the gratification of filling in holes. Because it feels good. All right, team. Here we are. Officially done with spray foam. I still have to scrape the overspray. The whole Back to the Future loading my uranium so I can go back in time suit is at least gets to go away for a hot sec. Happy to be done. Got the whole ceiling done. Walls are done. Mark's plumbing is all sprayed in. Yoo-hoo! And then he's got the extra lines ready to run into the walls that he's going to frame out here. That's going to be the next project, is framing the bathroom and kitchen wall, and getting the electrical and plumbing run into there. And next thing you know, we'll put up more walls like we did in Kern's room, do the whole ceiling, and heck, we'll be done in no time. All in a day's work, as they say. Stay tuned, the next episode's probably going to be good. I think from now on, all the episodes should be pretty good. I think we'll be making a lot of like visual progress. And don't we all love visual progress? Yeah.